We all can naturally assume that Genshin 3.0 is coming sooner than later. And with that being the case, I believe that there's no time like the present to do a nice little 2.0 general retrospective. In this, I will be going through every single version of Genshin we've had so far in 2.0, and we'll be establishing whether or not they were as good as the 1.0 series, worse than the 1.0 series, or just kind of they were there, using the handy-dandy system of a tier list. Everyone loves a little bit of tier lists. Now, if I put your favorite one of these versions in what you believe is the wrong section, I hope that you understand that this is not an opinion, this is objective fact, and you are wrong. And if you want to be right all the time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. All right, yeah. The very first one we're gonna care about is 2.0, right? I think that this, in terms of like relating it to other versions, this has to be one of the top tier ones. It has to. Now, the reason why I'm putting it only at A is just in case if I like something a little bit better. I think it's really hard to top a new region coming out. Usually the most fun you'll ever have in Genshin is when a new region drops. And I don't think that that's either incorrect or even like brave of me to say. I think that that's just like an objective fact. Was they had Ayaka banner, they had Yoimiya banner. What the hell's happening here? They had Sayu come out, and Sayu was one of my favorite units so far, and that's Genshin's dropped. I love Sayu's kit. New Traveler element and Electro came out as well. A bunch of new weapons, the 3 new islands. In terms of events, there was a free one of you, but I don't remember the reason why. Sage of the Wonders Theater Mechanicus. Okay, this Theater Mechanicus was terrible. I do remember that. I do remember not liking this Theater Mechanicus. Lost Riches was fun. I still use my little guy. Moving on from that, 2.2. I'm gonna say, I just said how I really liked Floating World Under the Moonlight's story. I feel as though the ending of the Inazuma storyline was pretty sick. That was the only thing I remember from this event. The 2 new islands didn't super interest me. I liked the majority of this quest, right? I liked the majority of it. I feel as though the ending was a little nonsense, and the fact that Raiden Shogun doesn't learn anything from this. Like, she doesn't have any negative consequence from the fact that she like culled the entire population of not culled the population. She like stole everyone's visions. There was no like negative repercussions. This was the version that introduced specters, which is no one's favorite thing. I want to reiterate that. Since it did give 2 new islands, I want to give it like a lot. I'm gonna put it at C for now. You know what, actually, just because the story was pretty good, I'm gonna move it up to B. I don't think it was as good as 2.0 though. I think it was slightly worse. Into the Paris Labyrinth of Fog, right? So the whole major thing about this was it Sarai Islands? It was the Sarai Island and the Labyrinth event, and we had a Hu Tao rerun. And then this was the region that also gave us the spicy wolf pups, if you guys remember, which is also a kind of annoying enemy to deal with at the time. I just didn't care about the storyline at all, about the dead kid and the bird. And I super didn't care about the child storyline. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't that it was like terrible or anything like that. I just had no reason to care because it felt like so much filler. I'm gonna give it D for now. I feel like that might change later. Shadows amidst snowstorms. Oh, Aloy came during this time as well, right? Yeah. So we got Aloy during this part, which completely fell on deaf ears. No one even remembers this character came out. This both had Ito as well as Albedo event. I think the Albedo event was cool. No pun intended. I feel as though the Albedo event had a bunch of intrigue with the Among Us sus monster. I can't believe I said that out loud. There were some new artifacts that came out during this time. We had Eula come back as well as Albedo. I think that this one was cool. I'm gonna put this at C for now. I feel like this is a good C tier. Because was it as good as the ending story for this? Debatably so. So we might switch that around, but I'm gonna have that there for now. I don't think I need to let everyone know that people hated, and when I say hated, I mean hated 2.4. Because this was our anniversary event, right? Tristan, that's 2.1, not 2.4. Was 2.1 anniversary? Okay, so this was 2.1. Okay, so people hated 2.1 then. I'm actually gonna move that down. Oh my God. 8 locales over mountains and seas. I should give you F tier just for that event alone. I truly should. This was the most boring event possible. The only thing nice about this event was the fact that they dropped the Jade Chamber on the guy again. Wasn't 2.4 also Enkonomiya? I think it was. Yeah, it was Enkonomiya. I liked Enkonomiya a lot when I first played through it. You know what? When the Sakurai blooms. Okay, so this was the Yaimiko event. I should give you F tier just for Yaimiko being such a trash unit. I spent some hard-earned Primo Gems on Yaimiko and she turned out to be awful. But no, we're gonna rank this off of other stuff. The new world boss for this was kind of sick. It was lore heavy, but it wasn't like the best. Maybe I put it in D. I don't think it was as bad. I think it's on par with how I feel about this one. These both feel like extreme fillers to me. No, I was graduating when 2.6 came out, and I did not care enough to do the storyline for this. So I actually don't know the storyline for this event at all. Oh, this was the Just Ayaka banner. 2.6 was the one where we had to stop because of the lockdowns in China. And I can't really fault them for that. I'm gonna set that aside in my head because the Genshin team had no control over the fact that the whole country was gonna shut down. I'm gonna say it, festival arcs kind of bore me. Yeah, it kind of was. I'm gonna put it down in F. It wasn't very good. Hidden Dreams in the Depths introduced Yelan and had the little buddy cop moment in the cave, right? I feel as though, in terms of actual character-driven storylines, and this is gonna sound kind of crazy, you go in B. I think this was one of the best told stories so far in Genshin. Hidden Dreams in the Depths was really good at taking a bunch of characters that didn't belong together, putting them in a situation where they all had to interact in unique and special ways. I thought this was really smart, and overall, I really enjoyed this event. When did the Chasm come out? 2.6 was Chasm? Zephyrs of the Garden was Chasm? New area of the Chasm. Oh my God, it was. In that case, if the story was good but events were trash, we're putting that in C. We're rounding things out with Summer Fantasia. So here's the thing, I haven't finished this event yet, and we're only halfway through it. I think the story was good for this one. I think the characters that all work together, but right now, I've felt less interested in doing the archipelago over again. I think I'm gonna give it overall 4.5 out of 5 stars. I feel as though Genshin Series 1 was really good. Genshin Series 2, I'm giving 2.5 or 3. I feel as though the start of Genshin was really solid with these two versions. Then we dropped way off, and it was good. The main storyline was nice, but then we fell down again into a bunch of like really mid ones. And then we kind of just middled out from there. I feel as though this is a decent tier list. I might make some changes to this, but this is just knee-jerk how I'm feeling right now on it. Let me know what you guys are feeling and where your tier list is placed in the comments below. And thanks for watching.